As local hospitals and doctors' offices get back to business as usual, we're back to getting answers to your medical questions. Since our Doctor on Call segment was preempted on Tuesday by breaking news, we're bringing that to you today, right now. Joining us via Skype is this week's Doctor on Call, Schwetschenau, an ear, nose, and throat specialist at TriHealth. Doctor, good to see you today.
Thank you very much, Kristen. I appreciate the chance to be here with you.
You bet. The question this week has to do with hearing problems in children. Many parents wonder, how do you spot if your young child is having serious hearing problems? What do you look for?
Well, that's an easy question to answer. My favorite answer for it is always trust your mother's intuition. If you think that something's wrong, that's a good enough reason to find out if something is really wrong or not. We can test children down to age 6 months in the audiometry booths with sound field testing, and we can test even infants and newborns with specialized testing that we can provide in the office.
So essentially, would you be looking for non-response? If the child isn't responding to you, that's a key indicator?
That's a great way to look at it. A lot of times people have experience with their other children and see that this next child is just different in some way. What we see over and over again is my son or my daughter isn't responding like my other kids did. Another classic example is when they're playing with a group of friends and there's a loud noise and the other friends turn around to look, but your child doesn't.
Okay.
There's other signs of persistent fluid in the ears too, even things like balance problems and falling over. I always tell the story of my own son who was in daycare and had persistent fluid, and the daycare worker said, you know, Sean falls down more than most other kids.
Wow. Okay. All good to know. We have time for probably one more question. I've heard it's really hard to get a child into an audiology appointment, some waiting months. Is that the case in your practice?
Well, in our practice, the answer is no. We can get a child in within 1 week with audiometric testing and to see a doctor. So we can get answers really quickly if there's any concerns.
All right, that's good to know. Doctor, thank you for joining us this afternoon. We really appreciate it. And we'll answer all of your questions every Tuesday on WCPO 9 News at noon. All you have to do is submit your medical questions to WCPO.com/DocOnCall.